Kent. Let's check that out. Karch and Kent have to beat Kent, Smith, and Stoklos twice. We'll get it down.
Double elimination format. All-time winners. A distinguished list.
Smith, Stoklos, Von Hagen, Karch can tie the legendary Ron Von Hagen with a win today. Hovland and Dodd Menges. Ron Lang and Kent Steffes closing fast on the outside.
Steffes will certainly get 100 during the course of his career, which has years and years left on it. I think he just turned 25.
So Karch seeking to tie the great Ron Von Hagen. Von Hagen's last win, 1977 at Rosecrans. His 62nd. Once again, just for clarification, Smith and Stoklos beat Karai and Steffes once. It's over. Kent to serve it up, 6'4", 210. He's actually a little heavier than that now. He got up to 219. He's been lifting weights. You see his guns. He's big and strong.
But told me last night over dinner, and it was a big one, that he lost 20 pounds during the course of the season last year. And this year he's trying to maintain his strength, wants to weigh about the same all season long.
First point coming up, and it goes straight down. Steffes and Karai. The guys in back of us at the Holiday Inn, where the tournament hotel site, were asking me what I thought this one. I think Karch and Kent will win the final, but Smith and Stoklos will come back and win in the double final. That's my prediction. What do you think?
Well, remember, my first thing in Sunday's stuff is no streaking. I got to get a little feel for this match first before I'm ready to make any predictions. And so far, it is Karai and Steffes who are doing the streaking, getting off to a 2-0 lead. And Smith Stoklos don't want to lose a game, certainly. And I don't think they want to get into that 7-point game where they're on a level playing field. I think Smith and Stoklos have to win this game to 15 in order to win the tournament.
Stoklos cranks one off. Karch crying out of bounds and the side out going to Smith Stoklos. We should tell you that Killer Loop Sunglasses by Bausch & Lomb today will be pleased to present the Killer Loop Kill Award. And that will go to the team. Make that the player that has the most kills in the finals. So if it's a double final, it's whoever's got the most kills, as Karch taps it through there. And that player will indeed win $500.
How things have changed. In years past, St. John Smith would get virtually every serve from every team throughout the course of the tournament, and nobody would serve Karch Karai. They would serve Kent Steffes and try to get errors off the young player. But right now, it's Stoklos and Karai who are getting served every time, and a lot more teams through the course of competition are going to Karai to get their points.
Most people think Randy Stoklos' arm is completely healed up now. He had problems with it last year. Arthroscopic surgery in the offseason. 2-0 Karai and Steffes lead. I saw Stoklos jump serve a little earlier in the day against Hovland and Dodd. He was really crushing it.
Well, they've played the minimum number of games, have gotten their rest, and have both trained very hard, I think, over the last several months during the end of a very disappointing 1992 season, and they really...
Stoklos chunks it up with his shoulder, and he puts it away. Unbelievable. That jump serve, Randy chicken winged up. Look at him. He's doing the Colonel Sanders wing there.
Well, that's the bio wing I told you about. He can hit with it, he can jump serve with it, and I guess now he can pass with it.
That saved the point. It's 2-0. Karai and Steffes. And an ace, St. John Smith. Who's won more tournaments than any player ever, 133. He is exactly 20 ahead of Randy Stoklos.
Great location on the jump serve down the line. A lot of players have heat, but St. John might have among the best location.
Working on Karch here. Stokey, they Kong it. Chance for a point. And Stoklos hit it out. Big play opportunity there. Stoklos trying to chop inside of Karch. Karch dropped so well on an angle shot, though. You have to make it sharp.
Well, you cannot be static as a blocker. You set up in good position, you jump as high as you can, and then you have to reach and press into the area in which you think the opponent's going to hit the ball.
Stoklos. And that one rockets inside. Randy Stoklos is 32 years old. You saw his money winnings. They will never run a benefit for Randy Stoklos, the fastest man to $1 million, and he is still the all-time leader. Played at UCLA, $138,000. Chump change for him last year. Cut shot inside, straight down. Give the side out to Kent Steffes.
Kirian Steffes looked better to me the latter stages of our semifinal against Ludies and Frohoff, and right now at the beginning of this game, than they have throughout the course of the tournament. It's what good teams do, and turn it on, step it up, so to speak.
Off Karch. Kent coming. Smith out of bounds. So Kent and Karch get another point. It is now 3-1.
Smith and Stoklos, on the other hand, have played very consistently and very well throughout.
3 serving 1. And Smith blocked by Karai. So Karch up high, getting the block. And first side change. Karai and Steffes have the lead on Smith Stoklos. We'll take the turn. 4-1. We're coming back to Fort Myers Beach after this. Stoklos, a look at the southwestern portion of Florida. St. John Smith, hat turned up. One of the first players, in fact, the first player to think of that idea. Won the Fort Myers Open 3 years, 87, 88, and 91. Last year it was
Kent Steffes and Adam Johnson.
Right, Karch Karai was over in Europe earning his $1 million. 4-1 is our score. Championship final. Smith and Stoklos only need to win this game. If they don't win, they still have another chance in a 7-point double final. Stoklos cut inside. Nicely done.
Point we should make about good side, bad side. Very, very windy up from our broadcast position. But when I was talking to Kent Steffes, he said the crowd is filled in so completely in the bleachers that the playing area is pretty well blocked, and neither one side substantially better than the other.
Working on Kent this time. And Kent taps it right on the line. Brett Frohoff and Ricky Ludies finished 3rd in this tournament. Hovland and Dodd in 4th. You get an idea of the stadium setup here with the flags flopping up high but not down.
Right, the human windbreakers, as long as we have a full house, and it seems like we do everywhere we go on the Miller Lite Tour right now. Big crowds come out, and they help the conditions for the players.
Stoklos double contact called by our first referee, Jim Leonard. Our second official is John Featherstone.
People booing, Stoklos staring at Jim Leonard, but no doubt about that one, and Randy knows it. Just trying to slow things down a little bit.
5-1 our score. Charging Karch from behind. And into the net. I love that angle from the boom cam ball. When you follow him right in there, you get an idea. You can't really see the wind coming at you, but it really flops it down. 5-1. Karch and Kent are ahead. Smith got it up. Stokey can't get there. Had to go over the Old Spice banner again. Stokey is going to go over there and check out the action. Good hustle by Smith.
Boy, he was there, you know. Even what is St. John now? 35 years of age, and there you see the wind. And another reason why teams don't serve St. John, particularly in these conditions. Unbelievable ball control, either in still conditions or in the wind, and he can still cover the court. Very smart at reading hitters and getting in the right spot, and Stoklos sets up a solid block for him.
Karch up the net now. It's 5-1. Karch with a dig. Steffes can't get there. Good shot by Stoklos. Fans love these guys here.
Well, they love Smith and Stoklos.
They used to be the villains.
Well, you lose a few, and you no longer are the villains, as you said. They're the underdogs, and really a turn of the tide, a change with Kirian Steffes being so dominant last year. Smart move by Smith to change the momentum with the sky ball.
Smith off him. I always thought, and when I see Smith do it, it just reminds me, I think it would be a good idea to really serve deep sky balls to Karai and Steffes, because both their touch, 16-1 record in the finals, yes, but both their touches are a little suspect from the back line in the wind. If Smith could get that on the back line, I think we'd see some throws.
Well, the pass has got to travel a long way. Chance to score here for Karai and Steffes.
Hard to dink Karch. He's right on it, and he puts it away. So now 6-1, Karai and Steffes ahead of Smith and Stoklos in our championship final.
I agree with you. I think a lot of times teams too often try to match skills and strength and physical ability with Kirian and Steffes, and there aren't many teams that can do that. I think you got to change some things. I think the sky ball would be an excellent strategy, maybe from start to finish.
Down the line, Karch digs another one. 0.7 coming up.
Good
for the dink. No, Karch booms it. So the double gold medal winner, Charles Karch Kurai puts it away. 7-1.
Smith and Stoklos are doing themselves no favors for two reasons. One, if they win this game, they win their first tournament since a year ago, April. Secondly, they are going down so quickly that Kurai and Steffes are not exerting that much energy to go ahead and win this game. Smith and Stoklos got to start playing.
All right, timeout on the sand. We're coming back. Kenton Karch by 6. Winners bracket earlier today defeating Kurai and Steffes. They only need to win this game or the double final game to 7 to win the tournament. Smith and Stoklos have not won since April 12th of last year. It's going to be tough today. Kurai and Steffes lead this one 7-1. But heck, if there was ever a time, this is it. Steffes to serve, 24 years old. Chopping cross court, that's out of bounds. So Smith will have it. Finishing in 5th place today, Brian Lewis and Mike Whitmarsh. They split $4,500, and a terrific finish for Tim Walmer and Brooke Vandeweghe playing together. The long and the short of it, they played very well. They will also split $4,500. So Brooke Vandeweghe coming alive with Timmy Walmer inside the block.
Speaking of Walmer and Vandeweghe, they lost on a controversial call. I think it was 14-13 to Hovland and Dodd, or else they might have had a chance to advance even further. But both Brooke Vandeweghe and Tim Walmer playing very, very well.
Karch down the line to Stoklos. It's 7-1. That's our score. Good drill by Randy Stoklos.
Boy, Stokey is having to cover some territory. Excellent, precise jump serve right down the line, getting Stoklos on the ground, and Smith is just trying to set the ball high enough to give his partner time to get up and have a good swing, and Stoklos barely got there.
He'll serve Karch. And Smith. There's a dig that he would normally make. He missed that particular one. Kind of hard to judge with this wind because sometimes the ball is dropping a little more quickly.
I think that one also might have gone through Randy Stoklos' arms. Randy tends to swing his arms, and sometimes the ball goes right over the top of his head. That's a tough one to pick up.
Serving Stoklos relentlessly. But he feels good when you play the minimum number of games and matches.
Well, they're not tired. Right now, they've just been making too many mistakes. And as I said, no streaking in Fort Myers. They have given up 2 points in a row to start the match, then side out for a while. Then they've given up 3 points in a row and trailed decidedly now 7-1. Just cannot do it against a quality team.
Down the line, Steffes taps it over the top, side out. So Karch will serve. Karch knows 2 people named after him that were named Karch. He's also had some dogs named after him. Did you know that, Paul? In 1986, he received official papers from the American Kennel Club that they had named 2 purebred dachshund dogs. Karch von
Dachshunds?
Dachshund dogs. Karch von Wiener Doggen.
They should have been Rottweilers or Golden Retrievers or
2 little guys
something
out
like
there.
that, or Greyhounds.
Von Wiener Doggens. And can they go? Tell me now if they're jump serving.
Yeah, they can get the dink, but I don't know if they can jump serve.
Smith got it down the line. Good set by Randy Stoklos. A tough one in the wind. So Smith and Stoklos trying to get a victory here.
Smith and Stoklos have got to get on a long side-out streak. Make Kurai and Steffes earn this victory, be it by the clock or getting to 15 first. Kurai and Steffes not exerting much energy right here out into this lead.
8-1 is our score, our championship final.
Conversation continues on about the interpretation of mishandled balls. Randy Stoklos had a double contact early. I said it was a good call. I think he knows he double contacted.
You have to really mangle one out there to get it called, don't you?
Well, that one was pretty close, but not maybe in the same category, at least according to Jim Leonard.
Stoklos perfect set, and Smith easily cuts inside of Steffes. So St. John Smith, brother Andrew Smith played in the tournament, along with former world champion Dane Selznick. Smith and Selznick finished in 7th place. They split $750. 17th, I should say. Excuse me. Good correction.
Sorry
right.
for the correction, guys.
750 for 7th wouldn't do it. Nice cut inside. Randy Stoklos getting the majority of the serves.
So far, Stoklos has received 12 serves. St. John Smith only 5.
And our Kill Award right now, Kent Steffes with 7 kills, Kurai with 6, Stoklos with 5. So hot action. And wouldn't you know it, St. John Smith only with 3. No one wants to serve him anymore.
Well, two reasons. He passes the ball superbly, and he's playing with a great setter.
Karch aces down the line. The strength of Kirai and Steffes. They'll keep you even, and then one of them whips up an ace. So 9-1 is our score. We'll take timeout. We're coming back to beautiful Fort Myers Beach in Florida on the strength of an ace. Karch and Kent lead by 8, featuring the newest star on the AVP Tour, Moot at the Movies. Craig Moothart, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Moot's Picks at the Movies, the 1993 Academy Awards show. We're starting off with my favorite actor category, and that goes to Tom Cruise for A Few Good Men. That's a great movie. It's worth the quarter. Get out there and see it as fast as you can. Next up, we're going with the Best Actress category, and that's Sharon Stone from the 1992 version of A Basic Instinct. It was killer, even for 92. Get out and go see it. Last but not least, the best movie of 93, Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino. Incredible job. It's worth every penny. Go see it. Don't take your time. Get out there and see it. And that's about it for Moot's Picks of the Movies. What? All right, beautiful timing. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for coming in here. Hey, we'll see you Monday night at the show. Thanks for being here with us, and drive safe. Peace. Hi, Mom.
Gosh, are we still on the air after that, Paul? We are. Craig Moothart giving us his picks. Yes. Randy Stoklos serving. His team trailing 9-1. Karch banging it through again. You like the idea of serving Karch a lot?
Not in this game. You know, right now, nothing is working. Karch Kirai got blocked a number of times yesterday in close games early on in the tournament, but he is siding out to perfection right now. They've been unable to stop either Karch Kirai or Kent Steffes.
That ball hit out of bounds, so Stoklos makes a hitting error, and now 10-1.
I tell you, you talk about it in basketball an awful lot, but Kirai and Steffes have taken the crowd right out of this match because they want St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos to win.
And Stoklos clearing his path and making Steffes wait.
Come on.
And he aces. The first time this year the husband and wife play rears its ugly head on Prime Network.
Looks like the first week we're going to get a double final. And right there in between Smith and Stoklos, hubby and wife,
no communication.
For a long time.
Go. 11-1.
Good.
Serving a big factor now on the Pro Beach Tour. Smith, right to Karch, look out below.
I tell you right now, I think Smith and Stoklos ought to think about just getting this one over and saving some energy on their own. There's no way they're going to come back.
But there is something to be said for getting a little momentum, don't you think? Trying to turn around the momentum.
I think they should, but what I think they need to do is stop the bleeding. Right now, they have lost all the momentum and all the confidence that they earned in the finals of the winner's bracket. Kirai and Steffes on the move.
On the move. We'll be back.
Just a little bit.
Oh, the fans loving it here. This is point game. This game has been really a stinker. 14-1. Kirai and Steffes just pummeling Smith and Stoklos.
You know, I'll tell you, I was really looking forward to an intense kind of nail-biter, start to finish. Smith Stoklos hungry for another victory, want to put this one away. And Kirai and Steffes trying to maintain their dominance. But Kirai and Steffes have come out and played solid. Smith and Stoklos have made repeated errors.
Little shank pass by Steffes. And kept in bounds here, Stoklos. And the block by Steffes.
Look at that. Even when Kirai and Steffes make a mistake, they come back and do not allow Smith and Stoklos to get on the scoreboard. Making the big play all the difference. Smith and Stoklos have allowed streak after streak after streak for Kirai and Steffes.
Second game point. That ball is just out of bounds. You talked about intensity, Paul. I think our player digs segment had more intensity than this particular game. And just Smith and Stoklos got behind, and they have not been able to put any pressure on Karch and Kent. So the big question now, what do we do? How do we get it over with and get to that double final? We'll be 1-7. Can't remember the last time we had a double final, Paul. We're going to have to look that up.
I'll have to look that one up. It's been a little while.
Of course, the most famous double final of all time between Karch. He was not playing with Kent Steffes at that time, but the famous Rhode Island tournament a few years back, the famous mysterious touch call, and then Kirai, in his frustration, yanked on the net, and the whole net beach poles came down.
Easy Ed Winchester went surfing right down the referee's stand.
That's right. Who was Karch playing with that? Frohoff?
Yes.
It was Brent Frohoff.
Yes.
It was. Ball went by Karai. He said he didn't touch it. And the referee called a touch. 4th game point on Karai. Someone in the beach bag wrote and said he'd like to see that again.
Wanted a copy of the video, yeah.
Maybe we'll try to dig that up. There's the ball. Hard spike by Randy Stoklos. That was an interesting tournament, wasn't it? I think Karch told me afterwards, 14-1 is our score, as here he comes. He got fined, I think, $250. He got fined, I think, $175 for ripping down the net. Then there was another $25 for the poles and another $50 for referee abuse.
That was a referee takedown.
Yeah.
That wasn't abuse.
Yeah.
That was almost terminal.
5th game point. Stay with us here. It's going to be intense, but not until that final match. Smith will serve. 14-1 is our score. 12th of last year. Smith has taken off his shirt, so you know he means business. Stoklos. Tight set. And he gets it. So a good opening play by St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos. Side out.
If either team can break out early here, I think they got a big advantage. A 2-0 lead is big on the first side change, if you can possibly break out and get it.
See how Smith and Stoklos set up their defense this time. Good serve. Looking for a point. Oh, nice set. Karch. Smith has it. Could be 1-0 right here. It is. Smith and Stoklos take the lead in the double final. 1-0.
The key to that play was the serve from St. John Smith, which started it all. Not a lot of top spin, caught Kirai high, and it led to dig, and then Smith killed from the right side.
We're back to Kent Steffes. And Steffes whacks one by Smith. Smith had it for a moment. It got away. And Karch and Kent will have it. Once again, Karch Karai with a win today would tie the immortal Ron Von Hagen for 3rd on the all-time win list with 62. Karch has 61. Stoklos, Karch with a dig, and the tap down. We're tied at 1.
Play will be continuous on this first side chain. We will have an opportunity for the players to rest multiples of 4. Karch Kirai right in the angle. Stoklos rips the ball to him, and Steffes for the tap down.
Karch and Kent on the good side now. And they'll try Smith. Smith blocks. Stoklos is there. Big play here. Stokey to save a point. Dink. Not yet. Karch. Hittable. See ya.
Pretty good play by both teams, quite frankly, but Kirai just stretched out to get the short dink. This is the key right there. And then Steffes, hittable ball. Get the ball up in the air, just near enough the net, so that your partner can take a good swing.
2-1 is our score. Karch and Kent have the lead. We're playing 1-7. Stoklos beams one hard. Smart shot by Stoklos, trying to hit high and not low. So he goes high and deep into the corner.
Right, you hit low and hard against either Kent Steffes or Karch Kirai, you're going to get stuffed.
Karai and Steffes into the net on the Stoklos serve. So Steffes will have it. Let's update you on the Killer Loop Kill Award right now. Kills as we stand. Stoklos with 12, Karai with 13, Steffes with 10, Smith out of it. So Karai by 1 in terms of kills for the Kill Loop Award, $500.
And Smith out of it because he has not had many opportunities. The players will get a rest, and Kent Steffes, what a dissection down the line to the outside of Randy Stoklos.
Good side now, however, and we think they need at least 2 here. They need to get there too. Only playing to 7.
Smith and Stoklos have been outscored now 18-2 during the course of this performance by Kirai and Steffes. They have not shown an ability to side out for a long period of time. That's the key to the game, and Randy Stoklos has yet to block a ball. And in the entire game to 15, St. John Smith or Randy Stoklos didn't have a dig.
Last win against Karai and Steffes, Seal Beach, back in '91. What's going on in your life in 1991, Paul?
Well, kind of the same, you know. Pro beach volleyball, it's tax time. Oh, God forbid.
3-1, Karai and Steffes.
Billy, you seem like a nice guy, but don't do it.
All right, here we go. Stoklos pounds it out of bounds. Was there a touch? Stoklos saying touch, and they're going to get one, yes. They're going to get a touch. Good call by Butch Martin in the... No, that wasn't Butch Martin.
Brantley.
That's Brantley, yes.
And no argument from Karai. No argument whatsoever. Just like players have to work in a team, so do the officials. Yeah, the ball off the hand of Kent Steffes.
Could have been a big play there. Let's see if Stokey can rack up the block. No, Karch pounds it straight down. Boy, Karch pounding with trajectory. And Karai will stay at the net.
I tell you, they've been giving Karch Karai a lot of chances, and he seems in an awfully positive frame of mind right now.
Serve Steffes a little?
Yeah, got to serve Steffes a little bit and at least test him out.
Smith opened up the scoring with an ace. There's Steffes. He's very relaxed, very calm. He's not getting served much. Quite a compliment to his ability. You're playing with the world's greatest volleyball player. You're serving him. Stoklos right to Smith. Put it away. Not yet. Karch takes him right back. Stokey's got to pound this one. And he does. No, it's out. He hit it out. Boy, two easy chances for Smith Stoklos. They were right there near the net. Smith had a plum almost right up on top.
St. John Smith got to put this ball away. It gets his team right back in the match. Karch is right there. And then Steffes chases it down. Big opportunity by the board. That ball's drifting back.
Big trouble. Nice play by Smith to put that away. You know, Stoklos could have hit that first play. He blocked it. It was up near the net. Chose to set his partner.
So yeah, you're blocking and the ball goes way up. He made the smart play. It just didn't turn out the way it normally would have, with Smith getting dug with no block up.
Into the net, the side out. I want to give a little recognition to a team that finished 17th in this tournament. Todd Schaefer and Mark Cairns. Cairns, the former Long Beach State star. They finished in 17th, but they did upset Steve Timmons and Adam Johnson in the first round. It really caused some ripples in this tournament. Stoklos, Steffes right back over. 3-1 is our score. And Stoklos puts it through.
You know, and after all of this, we're still stuck at 3-1, and Smith and Stoklos right in this match. I agree with you. They've got to get back to the 3-3 side change when they go to the bad side. And they have had opportunities. It could easily be 3-3 on the scoreboard.
Smith. And here's a point, or at least it better be a point for Smith Stoklos.
No.
God, he dinks it right to him. And Karch puts it away. Unbelievable. Smith and Stoklos, free balls. At least we say free ball in indoor play. You should score 80% on this.
Hey, you should score 95% on chances like pass, set, and a hit. St. John Smith was a very, very tough jump serve, driving the ball deep, not with true top spin on it. I thought Stoklos was going to hit the first
He's got to hit
pass.
that ball.
Yeah.
He's got to pound that thing. Good. Had some chances now. Take a whack at it. Inside. Nicely done. You always second guess yourself. You know, Randy's thinking, I can dink him, I can work him, but
slicing and dicing here, but Smith and Stoklos have got to shake off the opportunities by the board. Nothing they can do about that. They get a point here and get to 3-2, possibly 3-3. All of that's forgotten.
They're getting their chances. They've had 3 scoring opportunities, and yet the score remains 3-1, Karai and Steffes.
You can't give a team like Karai and Steffes that many chances. They are off the hook right now.
We're in our double final, 2:45 remaining in the game. 3-1 Karai Steffes. Stoklos over the top. Another interesting finish this week. In 13th place, John Hanley and David Swadek. Remember Dave Swadek, the kid from UCLA, a junior who decided to forego his eligibility. He signed with an agent, Bill Berger. Berger found him John Hanley as a partner. They finished 13th this week. They win or split $1,687. So Stoklos with a dig. Flipper, score!
Probably the hardest of all the chances they've had. The deflection off the block, Smith with a nice dig, and then the flipper. But that one, of all plays, goes down in the scorebook. Turn fast, change from blocker to attacker and put one up on the board.
A flipper made popular by the former world champion Andy Fishburne. Smith with a dig. That one flying out of bounds. 3-2 is our score. Ryan Steffes by 1. Boy, if there was ever a weekend where Corral and Steffes were right to be taken, this was it.
Came out and played flat. Didn't side out well during the early stages of the tournament. We've talked about that before, but boy, come semifinals and finals, they've just been excellent.
Working on Stoklos. 3-2. Stoklos got it. Big Randy with the pump. Let's once again update our Kiloloop Kill Award here for you.
Stoklos now with 19. Kirai with 15. Steffes still with 10.
So Randy Stoklos in charge of that $500 right now by Baoshin Long. He serves up the ace. So big Randy Stoklos. Kiloloops one down the pipe. They change sides. We will continue. 3-3 is our score. Double final act. However, now back on the bad side. And off Smith. Smith was over there. He came a-running, but Karch give him a kill.
Every contact right now has got to be perfect. Make a mistake, cost you a point.
So Kent Steffes to put the ball in play. Smith trying to dust off just a bit. Once again, you see that little band-aid on his face. The result of 10 stitches he received while playing paintball wars a couple of weeks ago out in Simi Valley. Fell and tripped, hit a rock. They have 10 stitches. It's dangerous out there. Smith up high, Karch with a dig. And Steffes out of bounds. So a good hit by Smith. He really got out of the sand on that one. That's a big clutch kill.
And the ball set well off the net. Kirai reading that, did not block, got back in good defensive position, but Smith just putting a little extra heat on the ball.
Smith to serve. His college jersey number 22 retired on March 4th at UCLA's Pauley Pavilion. Like Patty, a fashion model. Karch with the bango.
A lot of people forget what an outstanding indoor volleyball player St. John Smith was.
Most valuable player in the 1979 NCAA championships. On that team with him, Karch Kirai. 3-3 is our score. Side set. Nice play by Stokey. Can he put it down? Yes! And Stoklos says to John Featherstone, look, he's bumping me underneath that net.
Incidental contact. Here was a chance for Kirai and Steffes. Steffes with the block, but Stoklos right there. I mean, you see how many moves Stoklos made. He hits the ball, he gets blocked, he covers the ball, he swings around, and he's able to still put it away.
Stokey down the line, misses the ace wide. Let's see if Steffes tries to go up the line. He's gotten a couple of aces today on Stoklos to his left, down the line. Got a good look here. Let's see where he goes. Stokey's got it. 3-3 is our score. Steffes back at you. Stokey got it. Oh, Stoklos with velocity.
It took Smith and Stoklos an awfully long time to find their game. They lose 15-1 in the first game of this double final, but I think they found it. I think they are playing solid volleyball now.
1 minute and 37 seconds to go in this game. Clock could become a factor. Smith going to send it up. 3-3.
And causing some problems with it.
Chopping inside. When that pass is high, Steffes will not take it with his hands into the wind.
Say, if Smith can get that sky ball with the same altitude but much deeper, right, Smith and Stoklos will be in a good position. 20-second timeout taken by Smith and Stoklos.
So the first of two 20-second timeouts. We're coming back to Fort Myers double final. More after this. We are tied 3-3 in a double final. Randy Stoklos, who has played very, very well in this one, and his partner St. John Smith trying to win their first tournament since April 12th of 1991. They have to beat the reigning kings of the beach. Karch Kirai, the Old Spice king of the beach, the individual champion. Kent Steffes, the mythical king of the beach, the most tournaments. Smith rolling down the line. Great activity over Steffes. Side out.
And coming out of that timeout, going to St. John Smith, Randy Stoklos was able to side out time and time again and has found his groove.
Stoklos, his 100th career win registered in Phoenix. Yes! Smith and Stoklos have the lead, finally 4-3.
And the crowd is in the match. They want Smith and Stoklos to win, dethrone the Kings by any measure, Kirai and Steffes.
Now 4-3. And Stoklos long on that one.
And if you're wondering, if the clock expires, we'll go to sudden death. Next point wins.
If they're tied. Yes. If the clock expires, the team that's leading wins it. Smith and Stoklos. Stokey. Pretty good dig.
Joust coming.
Stoklos runs it down. Smith. Over.
That's probably the play of the tournament right there when a team most needed it. Hustle, groveling, and getting a little bit lucky. Smith was in trouble and used all the equipment to get the kill.
Now Smith going to send it up. Smith and Stoklos ahead 4-3. 1:10 to go. It's high enough, but it's very shallow. Easy play. Steffes. And Steffes goes right over the top. Smith got to launch that deeper.
Not getting much help from the wind. I think he feels the wind at his back a little bit and expecting it to carry, but if anything, it's getting shorter after he hits the ball.
Karch to serve. 4-3 is our score. Smith Stoklos. Pretty good passing by Stoklos. Yes. Randy booms it. And Stoklos, I think, said to himself in the side change, no more dinking. No more dinking. I'm going to pound this baby from now on.
Well, if you're going to go down, you go down with all guns blazing. And he'll continue to move the ball around a little bit, but I think the key has been he started to pass the ball well.
4-3 is our score.
That's out.
Out of bounds. Point Smith and Stoklos. Smith and Stoklos thought there was a double contact on that set. Might have been. Fans are up in Fort Myers. Smith and Stoklos closing in on a win. Trying to wrap it up here. Oh, that was an ugly set that got by Steffes. It hit him in the thumbs, looked like it went to the pinkies and then came out.
Well, let's just say there have been some timely no calls in this match. Now Kirai and Steffes under pressure for the first time, probably since earlier in the tournament.
Smith off the hat. Steffes has it. Keep it in play. It's 5-3 Smith Stoklos. Stoklos against Karch. He booms it. Randy Stoklos has been killing very lethally. Once again, let's update you. The Killer Loop Kill Award.
Stoklos now with 23. Kirai with, it looks like, 18, 19. Trying to make out these chicken scratches up here.
And doing a good job. 5-3 is our score. And Steffes hit it out. It's 6-3. And Smith and Stoklos are just 1 point away from a win.
28 seconds also left on the clock. This lead may now be insurmountable. Steffes had been making few errors and a couple of crop up under pressure.
For the championship. Blocked! That's it! Smith and Stoklos back in the winner's circle. Stoklos, yes. And congratulations from Mrs. Smith to her boy. Yeah, you've got it. Point. Smith and Stoklos coming back to win. So, Smith and Stoklos in the winner's circle. They are standing by with my partner, Paul Sunderland. Sunday?
All right, Chris, long overdue. I don't think anybody would agree with that more than St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos have not won since April 12th of last year. Where does this one fit in? I mean, this was a win you dearly, dearly wanted.
Has it been that long?
Sorry to remind you, but it has.
St. John and I have obviously worked hard in trying to put our game back together, and you know, our hats still go off to Karch and Kent. They dominated the season last year, but I think that this year, that with us winning this first tournament, says a little bit about our dominance on the tour. And I know it's an early in the season, but and it's going to be a long season. But I think we're here, and we're back. All
right, taking the first one is important. St. John, you said, you know, the momentum never switched, but obviously it's an important factor. You lose the first game of the double final 15-1. What did you finally grab a hold of that pulled you through in the double final?
I'm not sure. It was tough. They were on a roll in the first game, and we couldn't switch it. We couldn't turn it around. The chances we did get, we didn't capitalize on. Finally, in the second game, Randy put a lot of pressure on them at the net, and they started making mistakes, and we started making points, and he served a couple tough balls, and that made the difference. And it sure is nice to win. Hell, I mean, we won a few of the FIVB World Series events, but we really wanted to win here, and we did it.
You guys were the underdogs here, and the crowd, I mean, I've never heard a crowd, you know, cheering, you know, let's go, Randy, let's go, St. John, like they were here today. What was that, if any, a factor? How is it to be the underdog?
Well, definitely it was a factor because, you know, when you hear that on being the opposing team and everybody on your side, it's, you know, it's plainly said, it's got to be a factor. And we'll be happy to take that role anytime. All
right, is it an even field now? The rest of the season, this has obviously got to give you and other players a lot of confidence.
Well, I don't know. They're still on top as far as I'm concerned. They've proved it. But now I know that a lot of the other teams know they can be beat. And, of course, Randy and I always knew that. It's just they were playing tough and we weren't playing our best. So now let's hope we can do some damage the rest of the season.
All right, congratulations to you both. You said if you got a new shoulder, it would be a new ball game, and indeed it was. Congratulations.